Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers. Today we're counting down the top 3 most valuable and expensive Washington quarter dollar coins. While most quarters are worth just 25 cents, some rare dates and minting errors have transformed these coins into treasures that can fetch huge prices in today's collector market. Let's get started. First up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1995, struck at the Denver Mint and marked with the distinctive D, stands as a significant coin in modern numismatic history. Even when found in rusty, circulated condition, it carries with it a sense of charm, history, and collector demand that makes it highly desirable in today's thriving coin market. This is more than just a piece of pocket change. It is a collectible asset that continues to attract attention from collectors and investors alike. To fully appreciate the 1995 D quarter, we must look back at the story of the Washington Quarter Series itself. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the quarter was designed by John Flanagan. His portrait of Washington became an iconic image on American coinage, remaining in circulation for decades and creating one of the most recognized and respected coin designs in U.S. history. The obverse of the 1995 D quarter proudly carries this enduring portrait of Washington. His profile, facing left, symbolizes strength, leadership, and national pride. Above his head is the word liberty, while the powerful motto, "In God We Trust," appears to the left. The date, 1995, rests at the bottom, forever anchoring this coin to a year of American economic growth and cultural change. On the reverse, the design is no less striking. The majestic bald eagle with wings spread wide, clutching arrows of strength and olive branches of peace, continues to inspire collectors. This powerful image has long been admired as a symbol of America's dual capacity for defense and diplomacy. Even in circulated or rusty condition, this design shines through, capturing the artistry and meaning that make the coin so sought after. The presence of the D mint mark sets this coin apart. Located on the obverse just next to the date, it identifies the Denver Mint as its birthplace. Collectors place great value on mint marks because they add uniqueness and identity, distinguishing one coin from another minted in different facilities. The 1995 D quarter is a must-have for anyone building a complete Washington quarter set. By 1995, Washington quarters were composed of a copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core, a composition that had been in place since 1965. Though no longer made of silver, these coins represent an important part of America's coinage evolution. Collectors value them for the history they reflect, as well as for the nostalgia they bring to those who remember using them daily in the 1990s. Rarity often plays a significant role in driving demand, and while many of these coins entered circulation, the fact that most have been heavily worn or damaged over time means that higher quality circulated examples with strong details are becoming harder to find. Even rusty coins stand out today, as they symbolize the coin's journey through American hands and markets before being preserved by collectors. Condition is always a factor in numismatics, but in the case of the 1995 D quarter, even circulated examples with flaws continue to draw strong attention. That's because collectors recognize the intrinsic historical and collectible value of these coins. When paired with the ever-growing demand for Washington quarters, this coin emerges as a solid piece with undeniable appeal. Collector demand for this coin has only strengthened over the years. The Washington Quarter Series has always been one of the most popular among U.S. coin collectors, and the 1995 D remains essential to completing sets by date and mint mark. The fact that this coin comes from the mid-1990s, a period that many modern collectors fondly remember, further fuels interest and drives strong market performance. In today's action market, the 1995 D quarter has carved out an impressive reputation. Auctions, online platforms, and private trades consistently show that these coins, even in rusty circulated condition, are being bought, sold, and exchanged at values well beyond face value. The market energy around this issue is proof of its importance in the collecting community. Current market values for the 1995 D quarter continue to rise as collectors focus on filling gaps in their sets and investors seek affordable entry points into U.S. numismatics. Circulated coins, especially those with identifiable details despite wear, can command strong prices because of their relevance and demand. As more collectors enter the market, values for these coins are expected to keep climbing. For those who own a 1995 D quarter, the best advice is to preserve it carefully. Even in rusty condition, coins can benefit greatly from proper storage in holders or albums that protect them from further environmental damage. This ensures that their collectible appeal remains intact and their market value is maintained or even enhanced. Collectors should also remain alert to the possibility of discovering error varieties within the 1995 D issue. Quarters from this year can feature striking anomalies or die variations that dramatically increase their worth. These special finds are highly sought after, and owning one can transform a simple circulated coin into a prized rarity. The continued demand for the Washington Quarter series means that coins like the 1995 D will always hold a place of honor in collections. They represent an important chapter in the nation's coinage story, carrying the artistry of John Flanagan design and the legacy of George Washington into the modern era of numismatics. The 1995 Washington Quarter Dollar with the Denver D mint mark is a coin of strength, beauty, and undeniable collector appeal. Even in rusty, circulated condition, it shines as a valuable piece of American history, highly sought after in today's action market. Its legacy, design, and growing demand ensure that this coin remains not just a piece of money but a treasure that collectors and investors alike will continue to pursue with passion. Next up, the Washington Quarter Dollar of 1982, carrying the Denver D mint mark, is a coin that has grown in recognition and value over time. Even in a dirty black condition, it represents a powerful collectible in today's action market, where collectors and investors alike seek out every piece that tells a unique story of American history and numismatic artistry. This coin is far more than pocket change. It is a miniature treasure, full of symbolism and collector energy. To understand the importance of the 1982 D quarter, we must step back and revisit the legacy of the Washington Quarter series. First issued in 1932 to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday, this coin has been an enduring symbol of American strength and heritage for decades. Designed by the talented artist John Flanagan, the Washington Quarter became a staple of American currency, embodying not only the first president's image but also the enduring spirit of the nation. On the obverse of the 1982 D quarter, we see the iconic left-facing bust of George Washington. His profile is strong and commanding, representing leadership and resilience. Above him stands the word liberty, while to the left rests the meaningful phrase, "In God we trust." The date, 1982, sits proudly below, anchoring the coin to its historic year of issue, while the D mint mark clearly identifies its origin at the Denver Mint. The reverse design of the coin is equally striking, showcasing the American bald eagle with wings spread wide in a powerful stance. Clutched in its talons are arrows symbolizing strength and olive branches representing peace. This design speaks to the balance America has always sought between defense and diplomacy. It is a design that resonates strongly with collectors and one that has stood the test of time, admired even when a coin shows heavy circulation or discoloration. The D mint mark gives this coin an additional layer of interest. Denver minted quarters have long been in demand, as collectors strive to gather full sets by date and mint location. This coin's place within the 1982 production year makes it a standout, especially since the early 1980s were a pivotal era for U.S. coinage, reflecting both tradition and transition in the world of numismatics. The 1982 quarters were struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, a combination of copper core layered with nickel alloy. While no longer made of silver as in earlier decades, these quarters remain highly valuable due to their significance in modern coin history. Even with a dirty blackened surface, the details and artistry continue to shine through, making them especially appealing for collectors who admire coins that have visibly journeyed through American hands and commerce. Rarity plays a key role in the desirability of the 1982 D quarter. While millions were struck for circulation, the majority were used heavily in everyday transactions, meaning that coins in high quality are much harder to find. Even circulated examples with wear or discoloration are increasingly valued as the number of preserved pieces shrinks, creating greater demand for any surviving coin regardless of condition. Collectors recognize that condition adds depth to a coin's story. A dirty or dark tone 1982 D quarter tells a unique tale of decades of use, travel, and survival. Far from diminishing its importance, this condition highlights the authenticity of the coin and its connection to real history. It becomes more than just metal. It becomes a piece of living heritage that collectors cherish and preserve. The Washington Quarter Series has always attracted massive collector demand, and the 1982 D issue remains essential to completing sets. Its age, design, and mint mark status make it especially appealing for those who want to own a full representation of America's coinage story. As time goes on, demand for this year continues to strengthen, ensuring its place as a highly sought-after piece. In today's action market, the 1982 D Washington Quarter has carved out a firm reputation. Collectors are bidding competitively for coins of all grades, and even those in dirty black circulated condition find eager buyers. The excitement surrounding this coin demonstrates that value is not restricted to pristine examples alone. Every piece carries its own unique worth. Market values for the 1982 D Quarter have been steadily climbing, and the trajectory points upward as more collectors join the search for this historic issue. In circulated condition, these coins consistently sell above their face value, with certain examples commanding even higher premiums when they show strong detail, distinct mint marks, or unique characteristics. This makes them not only collectible, but also a sound investment. For those who own a 1982 D Quarter, proper preservation is key. Even in dirty or blackened condition, storing the coin in a protective holder can maintain its integrity and prevent further damage. Many collectors specifically seek out coins with unique toning or dark coloration, which adds character and individuality, giving such coins an extra level of desirability in the marketplace. It is also worth noting that the 1982 D Quarter, like many in the Washington series, may carry valuable error varieties. Striking errors, doubling, or off-center designs can elevate a coin's value dramatically. Collectors should always examine their coins carefully, as these small variations can transform a standard issue into an extraordinary treasure worth many times more. The Washington Quarter Series is one of the most popular and enduring series in U.S. history, and the 1982 D issue plays an integral role in this narrative. It serves as a bridge between earlier silver issues and the modern clad designs, embodying a moment in time when America's coinage was changing, yet still holding firmly to tradition. In conclusion, the 1982 Washington Quarter Dollar with a D mint mark is a coin of immense historical, artistic, and collectible value. Even in dirty black condition, it shines as a testament to its journey and as a treasure within the numismatic world. With high demand, rising market values, and a timeless design, this coin proves that every Washington Quarter has the potential to be a powerful and rewarding addition to any collection. Next up, the Washington Quarter Dollar of 1997 with the Denver D mint mark is a coin that carries the rich tradition of America's circulating coinage while standing out as a collectible piece in today's action-packed numismatic market. Even in circulated condition, this coin has become highly desirable for collectors who seek to capture both its history and its growing market appeal. It may seem like an everyday quarter, but beneath the surface lies a collectible with value that continues to rise. The Washington Quarter Series began in 1932, introduced to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Designed by John Flanagan, the quarter quickly became a mainstay in American pockets and wallets. By 1997, the coin had already built more than 6 decades of tradition, serving not just as currency, but also as a national symbol. The 1997 D issue, struck at the Denver Mint, represents one of the final years of the classic eagle reverse design before the launch of the state quarters program in 1999, giving it historical importance. On the obverse, the coin proudly displays the iconic profile of George Washington. His strong and noble image is framed by the inscriptions "Liberty" above and "In God We Trust" to the left, with the year 1997 positioned at the bottom. The D mint mark, placed just to the right of Washington's ponytail, signals that this particular piece was minted in Denver. Each detail is sharp and meaningful, reflecting the artistry and heritage that has defined the Washington Quarter Series for decades. Turning to the reverse, we see the powerful bald eagle design that had graced quarters since the 1930s. With wings outstretched and arrows clutched in its talons, the eagle conveys strength, while the olive branches signify America's commitment to peace. The inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and quarter dollar complete the design. This was one of the last times this reverse would appear before the historic transition to the 50-state quarters series, making 1997 issues especially significant in modern numismatic history. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, but the vast majority entered circulation and were heavily used. This widespread use means that finding circulated 1997 D quarters is easy, but locating coins in top condition or with distinctive characteristics can be much more challenging. Even circulated examples hold strong appeal, especially for collectors assembling full date and mint mark sets of Washington quarters. What makes the 1997 D quarter unique is its place as a closing chapter in American coinage. Within just 2 years, the design would change forever, leaving the eagle reverse behind. As a result, collectors view this coin as a bridge between two eras, the classic Washington design and the modern state quarters revolution. This transition elevates its desirability and ensures lasting demand in the collector community. In terms of rarity, while the 1997 D quarter may not be considered scarce in sheer numbers, it gains rarity in condition and in historical placement. Circulated examples like the one we are discussing carry value because they are part of everyday history, coins that passed through countless hands before being recognized for their significance. The more time passes, the fewer well-preserved coins remain, giving even circulated pieces an edge in the market. Collector demand for the 1997 D quarter is strong, fueled by both nostalgia and historical importance. Enthusiasts understand that this coin represents the very end of an era. Many are drawn to it as a symbolic piece, one that captures the essence of American currency just before the nation embraced a bold new program of statehood designs. The desire to own a 1997 D quarter continues to intensify, particularly among those who recognize its place in numismatic history. Current market values for the 1997 D quarter show steady growth, with circulated examples often trading for more than their face value. The more attractive the coin, the higher the premium, as collectors are eager to secure pieces that still hold strong detail despite circulation. This is a coin where the story matters just as much as the condition, and that story drives consistent demand in today's active marketplace. For investors and collectors, holding a 1997 D quarter is not just about owning a piece of metal, but about owning a piece of history. The action market has shown that even common-looking circulated coins can command surprising interest when tied to historical transitions and high collector demand. This has made the 1997 D quarter a smart and exciting choice for anyone looking to expand their collection with meaningful and valuable pieces. When it comes to preserving the 1997 D quarter, collectors are encouraged to keep it protected in coin holders or albums to prevent further wear. Even circulated examples gain added appeal when they are stored properly and presented in good condition. Protecting this coin today ensures its legacy and market value tomorrow. One fascinating aspect of coins like the 1997 D quarter is the possibility of error varieties. As with all mint productions, mistakes sometimes occurred, resulting in doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other minting anomalies. Any such error discovered on a 1997 D can multiply its value dramatically, adding another layer of excitement for collectors who search carefully. The Washington Quarter Series has always been among the most beloved and widely collected in the United States. With the 1997 D issue, collectors gain a coin that symbolizes endurance, heritage, and transition all at once. It is a coin that stands proudly among the long history of American quarters and continues to captivate those who recognize its importance. The demand for 1997 D quarters shows no signs of slowing. As more people become interested in coin collecting, the significance of this transitional year continues to grow, pushing values higher and keeping collector interest strong. This is a coin with lasting power in the numismatic community. In conclusion, The Washington quarter dollar 1997 with a D mint mark, even in circulated condition, is a coin of great historical importance, collector appeal, and market value. It represents the closing era of the classic eagle reverse. It carries the timeless image of Washington, and it shines as a collectible with demand that continues to climb. For collectors and investors alike, the 1997 D quarter is a treasure worth owning and a coin that proves even circulated pieces can hold big value in today's numismatic action market.